Hey everyone, David here, and today I want to take a look at all the live-action portrayals of superheroes' most iconic couple, Superman and Lois Lane. Let's begin. Superman and Lois Lane's introduction to the world was in the pages of Action Comics #1, released in April 18th, 1938, and were created by Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster. The first actor to play Superman was Kirk Allen, opposite Noel Neill as Lois Lane in a 15-chapter movie serial in 1948. They would both return in a second 15-chapter movie serial titled Atom Man vs. Superman in 1950. In 1951, an independent studio, Lippert Studios, produced the black and white film Superman and the Mole, which introduced George Reeves as Superman and Phyllis Coates as Lois Lane. The movie was followed by a series, Adventures of Superman, where George Reeves continued to play the role for 6 full seasons, eventually going to color by its 3rd season. Phyllis Coates played the role of Lois Lane in the 1st season of the series, but was ultimately replaced by the original Lois Lane from the Kirk Allen movie serials, Noel Neill. Unfortunately, despite the huge success of the series, the show came to an end after the tragic passing of Superman himself, George Reeves. After many failed attempts at trying to get the character back on television, eventually a big-budget Superman movie was made from producers Alexander and Isla Salkind, who hired Richard Donner to direct 2 Superman films back-to-back. Christopher Reeve was cast as the title character, with Canadian actress Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. The original film was released theatrically December 15, 1978, and would be a huge success with 3 more films that followed, as well as a Supergirl movie in 1984. Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder would play their respective roles for all 4 Superman films, but ultimately didn't get the final farewell they deserved. Despite the quality of the later films, Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder are still considered the most iconic portrayals of Superman and Lois Lane. After the financial failure of Superman 4: The Quest for Peace in 1987, Superman was brought back to television in the form of Superboy in 1988. John Haymes Newton would play the role in the 1st season, while Gerard Christopher took over the role in the remaining 3 seasons. Despite being a success, the show was cancelled due to a bigger idea from the head studio. In 1993, ABC launched Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher in the title roles. This take on the characters would be treated more as a romantic comedy. The show started as a huge success, but ratings started to decline after the 2 main characters got married in its 3rd season. In 2001, the WB network ordered the 1st season of Smallville. Unlike the Superboy series, this show would take away the things Superman was most known for, such as the iconic red and blue tights, as well as most of his superpowers. The show was how Clark Kent became Superman, and would eventually gain all the things we knew by the end of its 10-season run, making it one of the longest-running superhero series to date. The show would feature Tom Welling as a young Clark Kent. The show wouldn't feature Lois Lane until its 4th season, played by Erica Durance, who would finally become the romantic lead in the 8th season after Clark's first crush, Lana Lang, left the series. On top of that, the show would also bring back Superman's alumnis Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher, Margot Kidder, and Christopher Reeve in guest starring roles, as a way to pass the torch to a new generation. In 2006, while Smallville was in between its 5th and 6th seasons, Warner Bros. Brought Superman back to the big screen by hiring director Bryan Singer to direct Superman Returns, and would be seen as a semi-sequel to the first 2 Superman films directed by Richard Donner and Richard Lester, respectively. Brendan Routh was cast as Superman, while Kate Bosworth was cast as Lois Lane. Despite the film not doing as well as Warner Bros. Had hoped, Brendan Routh was noted as nicely portraying the Man of Steel after Christopher Reeve for a new generation. After the success of the Avengers in 2012, Warner Bros. Was looking to begin their own cinematic universe and decided to launch with 2013's Man of Steel, which would be directed by Zack Snyder. Unlike Superman Returns, which tried to be more like the Richard Donner Superman, Zack Snyder wanted to take a more grounded and gritty approach. Henry Cavill was cast as Superman with Amy Adams as Lois Lane. The two would go on to reprise their role in 2016's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, that had Superman and Batman share the screen for the first time along with Wonder Woman, and in 2017's Justice League, where The Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman would join the team. Despite the critical response of the three films, Henry Cavill was praised for his performance as Superman. And despite no immediate plans for Superman's next big screen appearance, fans are still holding out hope for Henry Cavill's return. On the CW, the TV station was having fun creating its own universe, which started with Arrow in 2012, and The Flash in 2014. Despite its first season airing on CBS in 2015, Supergirl was adopted into the Arrowverse. The character of Superman was briefly seen, but wouldn't have an actor set until the beginning of Season 2, played by Tyler Hoechlin. Despite having mixed results when fans first heard his name, his performance on the show eventually won fans over. Elizabeth Tulloch would play Lois Lane during Supergirl's 4th season during the Arrowverse's annual crossover event, this one being titled Elseworlds, where even Tyler's Superman would finally meet Arrow and the Flash for the first time. Despite having Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher guest star in Supergirl's 2nd season, Crisis on Infinite Earths would be one of the biggest crossovers in television history, as Tyler Hoechlin's Superman would come face to face with not only Tom Welling's Clark Kent from Smallville, but also fight alongside Brendan Routh's Superman. Routh was already playing a separate character in the Arrowverse, which made it easy for the production team to pull off this epic team-up. After making his first appearance in Supergirl Season 2 in 2016, Tyler Hoechlin's Superman will be reunited with Elizabeth Tulloch's Lois Lane in a new series to the expanding Arrowverse shows in 2021, with Superman and Lois, where the two characters will have two sons who might end up having powers of their own. Well, that's all for now, everyone. I hope you liked this video. Let me know which of these portrayals were your favorites, and until next time, take care.